All right, welcome in to Vision Pros Live. With Jackson Callum, I'm your show host. We will be doing interviews for visionary entrepreneurs and guest leaders who are building fantastic visions out there. What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Vision Pros Live. I'm your show host, Jackson Callum, founder and CEO of First Class Business, and I'm excited to have Lior Klisman on today. I haven't had I don't want to call it a life coach, but somebody who focuses in on relationships and masculinity and femininity in a while. And so it's always refreshing to talk about relationships and communication and how to connect better. And ultimately, I see Lior with a big heart, striving to help people belong. And better connect, and I'm all about that. So I want to connect you guys to a few other resources real quick too. We're going to start with Junaid Ahmed of Home Studio Mastery. Junaid he's got a top 2% global podcast and hacks and hobbies. He loves to help at Podfest. I know he helps them with their launches. He just helped with Empowering Podcast over on the East Coast as well. He helps people build like $50,000 studios. He also helps with the lighting, the microphones, all that stuff, distribution. I highly recommend him as a resource. He has been a great friend of mine. And even if you're in a setup like mine, I'm over in Ecuador. And so I know I need a great mic. I know I need people to be able to see me as I talk. And again, it's nice to have a resource I can turn to help with that process. And there's Dr. Danny Brissell. Dr. Danny Brissell is one of the world's best educators. He's got over 300 testimonial videos from other educators to prove it. He's funny, he's dynamic. And if you have children who you want to help maximize their education, especially perhaps kids who are young and struggling with reading, Danny's like the magic pill. The guy really, really knows how to help children maximize their reading. He teaches parents how to inspire their children to love to read. And that is one of those things that will absolutely change the course of their life if they can get that right. So feel free to reach out to Danny. And then lastly, there's the Water Project. Hey, you can see it better in my hand here, by the way. The Water Project. I recommend going and checking that out. My friends, when I first learned about the Water Project, it kind of caught me by surprise because I'd never really thought about the fact that there's millions of people who don't even have access to clean drinking water. I've always had access. I've never been thirsty in my life. And so when I found out about it, I was like, man, I want to help with this. And what's really cool is you get to choose which community you help and see how many people are involved in the community. You get to see the project that they're going to work on. And once it's funded, when you invest in it, it gets funded usually within a couple of weeks. You get to see the social media posts, like they show you the progression of what happened with a project that you funded. So you get to make a generational impact all the way across the world simply by helping, whether it's with $5, $10, or 20. Now, if you're not in a financial position to help with that, here's my next invitation to you. Please talk about this with your friends, family over dinner. Bring it up and show them what the Water Project looks like. You never know how far the ripple effect will go from you just rocking the mic or talking about it. You might inspire somebody to pay $10,000 and fund 10 of those projects. That would be amazing. So we got 8 billion people to help in this world. If you know of another cause or project that you want us to talk about, maybe there's a crowdfunding going on with your family, maybe there's something else, please send us a link in social media and I will take a look at that personally and I'll see what we can do to support it or at least talk about it on the show. And without further ado, let's get back to helping each one of you by diving into what Lior is up to as a visionary. Lior, welcome to Vision Pros Live, man.
Thank you, Jackson. Great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Lior, let's talk a little bit further about where your vision came from. So you did talk about how life was hard growing up. You went through some suffering. You had patterns that were established. My coach, Coach Fletcher Ellingson, calls it programming as well. And then there's these stories that we tell ourselves automatically based on these realities that can disrupt our relationships. So I'm totally bought into this. But what else? What helped you decide to go from having experienced that to now helping other people through it?
So it's something that I only realized about 3 years ago, but I've had that with me for the past 20 years. But there was that haha moment about 3 years ago. So I lived in 7 different countries across 3 continents in my life,
Wow.
both as a kid and as an adult. And every time I needed to reinvent myself and start over fresh from place to a place, making friends, gaining community, and the majority of the time needing to make a sense of belonging, which is like the number one on top of them all, feeling like you belong which is the hardest thing when you move around so fast, so many times. Sorry.
100%.
Uh, my vision came from, I always thought that I'll be an entrepreneur. I'm a person who judged the status quo. I was probably a horrible employee to some employers in the past.
Me too.
But yeah, it takes one to know one. Uh, and then through creating my companies, I realized that every single company that I've created, in some way, shape, or form, we've helped people. Whether if it was services companies or product company, whatever it was, the idea of it, no matter what the company did or in which sector it did, it was meant to help people. Then 3 years ago, after a medicine ceremony, I realized, wait, that was the haha moment. I've all my life gave to others, and that's in turn gave me. It helped me grow as to who I am today. And if my purpose is always to help others, how can I do it in a sense that really helps in the way I've needed help? From the things you've mentioned, from the patterns, the traumas, the domestication, the upbringing, from patterns that I've developed within myself, from, for example, from moving to so many places. Then I realized, hey, my purpose is not just to help others, but is to help others, help others, help others. So if by me helping one person makes a change in their lives, and they go and make a change in somebody else's lives, and so on, wow, what a better world we'll live in. And that made me stop being in tech and moving to, hey, I want to do coaching. I really actually want to help people, whether if it's them building their businesses or more importantly, building themselves. How can I help people to become the CEO of their lives, to regain control of their lives, where so many times we feel like we're operated by this internal family system, IFS, that we have no control of? How can we start gaining control out of it? And that led me to go get certified in different modalities, to study so much, to read so many books, to go do retreats, more plant medicine, workshops, to become what I do today, which is help people become a better version of themselves. So where it came from, probably around 10 years old, where the haha moment was about 3 years ago.
There it is. And so where would you say, where are you currently at with your vision?
So currently I've built my coaching practice where I help individuals, whether if they're founders or executives or relationship, helping people with relationships. Where I see this going is creating workshops, how to unavoid yourself, how to become unavoidant. If you're avoidant, how to become unavoidant. Creating workshops with my beautiful wife on relationship communication. How can we communicate in a way that grows us instead of letting our ego talk? And so many of us, we partner up, things get very stagnant and sometime, and we forget to bring the beginner's mindset into our conversation. We project instead of talking about how things are making us feel. You've mentioned before, we're storytelling machines, we're our own AI, and we constantly tell ourselves stories that we believe to be factual and not stories. So if we can differentiate, hey, I'm telling a story instead of this is reality, our relationship can grow in such beautiful ways. And it's not just our intimate relationship, it's our relationship with our parents, it's our relationship with our friends, it's our relationship with our co-workers, with our community, with anything.
Absolutely. So you heard it from Lior Klisman as well, my friends. We've got opportunities to shift the way that we see life. We've got opportunities to have more control over our communication, and ultimately have more impact on making sure that we connect better with those who we love, and have a better sense of belonging too in this world, and help others with the same. Lior, thank you so much for bringing your vision today. Those of you listening in who want to share your vision, there's a button in the top right corner. It says "Be our guest." Come and be our guest. Come sign up and share your vision with the world of what you're doing to help others. And we will see you guys all on the next episode of Vision Pros Live. Take
Thanks
care,
for
everybody.
having me.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for being here today. I'm really happy that you tuned in to Vision Pros Live. I'm looking forward to seeing your reactions as these episodes continue to move forward. This is going to get more and more fun. We'll have more and more engagement as well. We'll invite people to participate in the show. And thank you for giving us your time and attention. Have an excellent time building out your vision and becoming a vision pro yourself.